think about the mobile marketplace and whether or not Samsung is going to be super vulnerable in 2014. This is Rangers Riffs. Let's start riffing. So in case you've been living under a tech rock the past couple of days, let me recap the specs of the Galaxy S5 before I get into my riffy rant style thing about it. 5.1-inch screen. Coincidentally, it's got a lower PPI in the Galaxy S4. It's 432 versus 441, although in all fairness, the S4 is only a 5-inch screen. It's a little more powerful. It's a 2.5 gigahertz quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, available in 16 or 32, no more 64. Camera, got some pretty awesome camera upgrades. 60 megapixel camera, but it's obviously not all about the megapixels. It can do UHD at 30 frames per second. It's got HDR video, pretty awesome image stabilization. It's got a fingerprint sensor built right into the home button. It's got a heart rate monitor on the back. It's got all kinds of other awesomeness crammed into that little package. Okay, and speaking of that little package, so Samsung is now kind of falling victim to the same thing Apple had fallen victim to. If they don't absolutely wow you and knock it out of the park, it's perceived as kind of a failure. The Galaxy S5 could probably be miraculously described as a Galaxy S4S. Very incremental upgrades. If you're the one that has a Galaxy S4, you're probably sitting pretty right now looking at your phone being like, no need to upgrade, wait for what comes next. And that, I think, is a really, really big problem. Samsung has been growing like crazy. They're the fastest growing smartphone manufacturer out there. They got phones in crazy sizes, tablets in crazy sizes, and cameras in crazy sizes. And their Galaxy S line of phones has really been that anchor. It's sort of been the halo car dealership. It's your Audi R8 when you go to an Audi dealership. You might not be there to get the R8, but you might want to go to dealership to see it. And while you're there, maybe you get an A4, or maybe you get an Audi TT, whatever it might be. It's sort of been the same role that the Galaxy S line of phones have had. I'm not sure it's going to have the same effect with the Galaxy S5. First, the aesthetics of it, it's not a very good looking phone. It's available in 4 colors. I really do like the bright blue. Sort of the dimple, it's back. I don't think it's going to necessarily wow consumers like folks were expecting. Certainly it looks on par with other Samsung devices, the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy S3 before that, and the Galaxy Note 3. Again, it's got sort of that same look and feel to it, but there's nothing crazy new about it. If you look at it, you might just think it's another Samsung Galaxy phone. That's not what Samsung wants you to think. So they sold a crazy amount of Galaxy S4s, even though the Galaxy S3 coincidentally was their best-selling phone. Most US carriers now have yearly upgrade options. So folks that purchase a Galaxy S4, Samsung, I assume, is going to want them to upgrade to a Galaxy S5. But if you're sitting on a Galaxy S4, not much different. You still got that same 1080 screen. You have a little slower spec processor. You got the same amount of RAM. Maybe even have more internal storage built into it. Maybe you don't want that little extra camera. Maybe that's not worth signing another year or 2-year contract for you. You're going to look at other devices coming out in the next few months. You're going to look at the next HTC One. You're going to look at LG's pretty awesome offerings with the LG, the G2, maybe a G3, the G Pro 2. Maybe you want to look at switching over to Apple, the iPhone 6, what that might be. There's very little compelling reason, I think, to upgrade to the Galaxy S5. Much like I thought there's a little compelling reason to upgrade from an iPhone 5 to an iPhone 5S. So I think that really falls in the same category. So I think that Samsung really has potential to lose some of their significant market share this year. I think folks are going to jump to LG, going to look at those and say, I really like that knock feature. I really like what HTC is doing. I like that aluminum build. I like the way the phone feels. I like their screens. I like the Zoe software, whatever it might be. I think they're going to be looking elsewhere. Maybe they would have stayed inside of Samsung's ecosystem. So it's going to be a tough year for Samsung. I do think they'll return and sort of bring the thunder of the next generation phone, which now we're talking about rumors of the Galaxy S6. But I think Samsung now is more vulnerable than they've been in many, many, many years. So let me exhale for a minute. Thank our friends, sponsors, and good buddies at Audible.com. If you like books, you should like books. You probably heard of Audible.com. They are the leading provider of downloadable digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainments. They got over 100,000 titles from really any category you can think of, including romance. I'm looking at you, young lady. You can play it back to your iPod or MP3 player. They got a really killer iPad app going. Again, you can pick it from any genre. If you want science fiction, thriller, drama, comedy, you want to learn some more business skills, you can do that as well. If you want to get your free audiobook, maybe it's something you've been meaning to read but haven't had a chance, go to audiblepodcast.com/techno to get your free audiobook. Again, that's audiblepodcast/techno. Get a free audiobook of your choice when you sign up for a 30-day trial. Again, audiblepodcast.com/techno. So what do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? I think if HTC or LG play their cards right, this really could be gigantic years for them. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Please leave them in the comments located right down below. Until next week, I am John Ranger from Techno Buffalo. See you guys in the next video. What's up, everyone? Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see more of the latest and greatest tech news, you can subscribe to our main Techno Buffalo channel by clicking the button right down below in my pants region, or click on the buttons to your right to see more videos.